terrific Tuesday, baby. Yeah, I love it so much. Welcome to the show that's on in the morning. And we have the brightest little corner of the Sunnyverse. That's reserved for us, of course. Things are about to get dipped into something spectacular today, boo. We got a history that will make your jaw drop. Mine's so large, it might as well drag on the floor. Music that will take you all the way back to the days, and two movies that are going to hit you right into nostalgia. It is a full cup today, Sunnies. And now let's turn it over to the queen of the Sunny snack scene, Mel. We don't have any snacks today.
No, I don't know what I want for a snack today, so I'm going to hold out.
I think after yesterday's interview, I'm like snack full because that was so good.
It was
though.
best croissants in town. I'm
best
sorry.
croissants like in my life was definitely yesterday. That was
So
Maison Louis Cafe.
Yes.
Gotta check that out. We gotta support local businesses, which is amazing. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I, got some sleep, took some Tylenol because my neck still hurts.
Oh, is it? You're
Sweated all
sleeping
day
weird
yesterday.
Sleeping
No,
weird.
I have the special pillows and everything. I don't know.
It's still not good. Maybe you need a neck brace. You should sleep
just-
with like a neck brace.
I'm just tired of sweating.
You know what you got to
all
do?
day
Take
long.
some of Jim's socks and then tie them together and make yourself like a brace. If you pull it around here and then hoist. That's what I do before I go to bed.
Jim
and it lifts my face.
Jim wears the no-show women's socks like I do. He doesn't like
You're
when you can see
that
his socks.
family? Wow, I'm shocked.
We don't like no-shows. We don't like them. No.
Oh my
But
gosh.
we've got our girl,
Knockety.
Kyra Stable from Be the
Hey.
Change Project in the house today, and I am not ready for how inspired we're all about to become.
That's right. And I got a sunshine shenanigan story from
God.
Misty. Shout out to Misty over
Yes.
there in Arizona, involving a felony warrant and a man that generally thought an AC unit was his getaway car.
I can't.
We'll get into it. We'll get
But
into it.
Details by Dean is serving up fudge, sea turtles, and a woman who orbited the Earth 48 times. Wait, what?
Whoa, that's crazy.
And we'll find out more.
And also, like, Tupac did ballet. What the what?
We're not talking about that.
We're also, we've got some movies coming up later that involve Whoopi Goldberg. Okay, I thought for sure I'd get some sort of visceral reaction from you. Apparently not. And some big earrings and Cher, of course. We've got two movies that involve Whoopi and Cher today that we'll be talking about on Mel's movies of yesteryear.
So do not touch that sunny sundial, friends.
That's right, because this show is fierce.
It's fresh.
It's Sunny TV, baby, on this terrific Tuesday. And now a quick word from our title sponsors, the Bailey Group and Steve Chapman's All American Air. Be ready for anything with the Bailey Group, an NFP company. Life is full of unexpected moments. Whether it's securing your family's future, protecting your business, or planning for individual wealth, the Bailey Group is here to guide you every single step of the way. Since 1954, the Bailey Group has been a trusted cornerstone of the St. Augustine community. Under the leadership of President Mark Bailey, they've grown from a local agency into a nationally recognized firm, offering tailored solutions for individuals, families, and businesses, with a focus on individual health and life insurance, Medicare solutions, group insurance, and property and casualty commercial coverage. The Bailey Group combines cutting-edge technology, strategic partnerships, and personalized service to deliver the peace of mind you deserve. Give them a call today, 904-461-1800.
Hi, I'm Steve Chapman, owner of All American Air Conditioning and Heating. For over 40 years, we've been serving St. Augustine and the surrounding areas. We're the largest HVAC dealer in St. Johns County, providing high-quality service and products. With courteous technicians responding to your HVAC needs, our expertise will give you confidence in your investment. Family-owned All American Air Conditioning, voted best of St. Augustine for more than 20 years running.
I'm scared to ask about this weather report. I'm
It's
not going to
okay.
lie.
So here we go.
I'm
Let's
not
do
gonna
some
lie.
weather.
It's not okay. It's horrible out.
Let me do that. It's going to be the same like it's been all week. So here we go. It's going to be a high of 89, but it's going to feel like 105.
That's right.
Yes.
It's like, oh.
Winds are coming in west-southwest at 9 miles per hour, and gusts are at 14 miles per hour.
This is why you have to do those maintenance plans with Steve Chapman's All American Air. I'm not kidding you. Don't mess around with the air conditioners.
No.
Hint, hint.
And tonight it's going to drop down to 75, but it's going to feel like 80. There's going to be a chance of thunderstorms around 6 p.m.
Girl, we need a storm. I mean, you guys have been getting rain down in the south. I've been getting
all
nothing.
all it does is make it more humid.
I get nothing.
It does
by
not
me.
help.
Ashim's like, it's gushing over on the beach, and I'm like, girl, over in the west side, we got nothing over
Yeah,
here.
but the rain doesn't even help. It just makes it more hot and humid.
It's like I'm drier
So
than
there's that.
myself.
Let's do some details by Dean.
DetailsByDean.com.
Today is National Fudge Day, so everybody loosen your morals and your waistband because it's National Fudge Day.
Insert fudge packing joke. All right, here's the latest twist. Fudge is believed to have become popular in the late 1800s, especially around women's colleges like Vassar. It was one of those homemade treats that students could make and share, so fudge basically had an early fan club before it had marketing departments.
And it's also World Sea Turtle Day.
It's a big deal with the sea turtle. Sea Turtle Day falls on today, which is June 16th, because it honors the birthday of Dr. Archie Carr, one of the most important sea turtle conservationists, I can read, hooked on phonics, worked for Day Day in history. His research helped change how the world understood sea turtle migration and nesting. Stay away. Listen, I saw another. I gotta be careful here. But I saw some influencer out on our beaches getting too close to the sea turtles, and then they put like some kind of disclaimer. Guys, you can't do that.
Stay away.
You gotta stay away from even the flash photography.
I was so angry about that.
It scares
post.
them so that they can't even have. You gotta be careful with the sea turtles. Please, kid gloves on that. I mean this in the most respect possible. If you see a sea turtle, give them their distance. Give them their distance.
Just go.
Please.
Also, let's do some birthdays.
Let's do it.
We have Joyce Carol Oates, was born in 1938, an author so productive, I'm convinced her typewriter had a gym membership and a night shift.
Oh, she's not Quaker Oats. No. She published novels, short stories, plays, essays, criticism, and poetry across for decades. Her work often explores violence, identity, class, fame, and darker corners of American life. Ooh, I love this.
Basically Oxygen TV.
Basically.
Also, one of my favorite rappers of all time, Tupac Shakur. Happy birthday. He was a rapper, actor, poet, cultural lightning bolt, and still one of the most discussed artists in history. And his songs are still played more than any other rapper.
Dear Mama, yeah.
Machiavelli.
Before the superstardom, Tupac studied acting, poetry, jazz, and ballet at the Baltimore School for the Arts. The artistic training matters because his best work was not just rhythm, it was character, contradicting, and storytelling and social observation.
Have you ever read his book of poetry?
No.
It's actually really amazing.
I really would love to read that.
Read it. But also Phil Mickelson, the golfer known as Lefty, which is already a better name than most of us have. He is my husband's favorite golfer.
Did you know that he was actually naturally right-handed in everyday life?
Oh, I did
But
not
he
know
plays golf left-handed because he learned by mirroring his father's swing. So Lefty became a legend because he was copying someone across from him. Isn't that interesting?
That is really cool.
When I play wiffle ball, and I am a mean wiffle ball player, I use my left because there's something about this Shaka Khan. I can get it over to the next country.
And Geronimo was born in 1829, an Apache leader whose name became most mythic in American history.
Geronimo was an Apache leader and medicine man known for resisting forced removal.
That's why you yell Geronimo before you do something dumb.
Defending his people's homeland, Mel. Yep. His story often reduced to a symbol, but deeper truth is about survival, sovereignty, and consequences of expansion.
And in U.S. history, Lincoln's House Divided speech in 1858. On this day, Abraham Lincoln delivered his famous House Divided speech, which basically the political version of walking to a room and saying, hey, we need to talk.
He's had enough. Lincoln gave a speech while accepting the Illinois Republican nomination for U.S. Senate. It's not his fault. It's the other people's fault. The line of a house divided against itself cannot stand. He was bold because he was arguing that the country could not permanently remain half slave and half free. He lost that Senate race, which is BS, but the speech made him a national figure forever. He's on the $5 bill and the penny.
Maybe they should go back and read that speech.
Maybe you should let it sink in. Seep in there, yes.
Yes, and also the Ford Motor Company was founded today in 1903.
Right? I don't think we give I don't think we realize how innovative
Yes.
Henry Ford was in history. I'm serious. Ford did not invent the car, but the company helped change how cars were made and who could afford them, right? Because he made it accessible. The
True
moving
story.
assembly line later made the production faster. It lowered the cost of the vehicles and turned the automobile from luxury item to a mainstream machine.
Thank you, Ford Company.
Yeah, let's give
And
some snaps for that.
Today in 1933, sorry, the FDIC was created. And I know it sounds like paperwork wearing sensible shoes, but stay with me because this is actually very huge.
Yeah, the FDIC was created during the Great Depression to restore trust in banks.
Your banks, it's insurance to make sure your money is still there.
That is true. The one idea helped stop bank panics from becoming a national hobby.
All right, and in science and innovation, IBM Watson begins the commercial rollout in 2011.
That's right. Watson became famous for beating top Jeopardy champions, but the bigger story was natural language processing. It showed that computers were getting better at interpreting messy human language. I take offense to that. Not just clean math problems.
And also, the first commercial roller coaster opens at Coney Island in 1884. And Coney Island said, what if the train was tiny and terrifying?
So this is actually a big deal today because
Yes.
that is right. It's the first roller coaster ever. It's made out of wood.
Those are the scary. Have you ever been to Vegas? Mm-hmm. Have you ever been to New York Hotel?
Yep.
Have you ever ridden that wooden roller coaster in New York?
Yes.
It is the most terrifying roller coaster.
It is very, very
Wooden roller
terrifying.
coasters are scary.
I've actually been on this roller
Have
coaster
you?
in Coney Island.
Is it
Yes.
scary?
Well, it goes so slow. It's 6 miles an hour, so everybody sees you. It's literally, but I will say wooden roller coasters, because my family is very big into roller coasters.
Yeah?
They are more bumpier. And they're more
Yeah,
like
they like-
abrasive. Yeah. And they toss you
They
around a
make
little
you
bit.
do like this.
Yeah.
What's
yeah.
up with this music report, my friend?
Let's get into the music report,
Music?
man. All right, strum it, drum it, hum it down, son. It's time for the local music report to make you proud on this Tuesday, June 16th. We got JC Hatfield at noon at the Milltop Tavern. Shayla Nelson, our homegirl, at 1 o'clock at Trade Winds Lounge at her residency. That's amazing. Joshua Tennessee Worthy at 1 at Pierre's Pub. Edwin Barbosa at 2 o'clock at Bin 39 Wine Bar. You asked the other day, are they bringing back the wine
Yeah.
tastings? The answer is yes.
Yay!
Go to Bin 39 socials. You will see all the dates for their incredible tastings coming up. We're trying to get Irving on the show because he's got this awesome idea. Can't wait to tell you about it. Ace Win at Embassy Suites at 5. Mark Hart at Trade Winds Lounge at 5. Bad Dog Mama is back, baby. It's the night market at the amphitheater. We'll be talking about that later, but they're playing tonight at 5 with Claire Vanderveer. That's awesome.
Yes.
Joe Targrove
Okay.
at Hurricane Grill at Wings at 5:30. Legendary bad boy Bob Patterson, 6 o'clock at Oasis. David Watt Betsley is going to be playing with him too. Micah Gilliam at 17 King at 6 o'clock. Smoking Joe's taking showers over at Ann O'Malley's at 6 o'clock. Turnover with Narrowhead and She's Green. No idea, but smoke it if you got it. 6
Interesting.
o'clock at the
Smoke it
Colonial
if you
Oak
got
Music
it.
Park. 6 o'clock p.m. Sam Passetti, legendary human being over there at Harry's at 6. Jeremy Weinglass, best name in the business at Michael's at 6 o'clock. Matt Wilson at Cortez's Bistro at 7. Colton McKenna over at Hornsky's at 7. Steve Earle, 7:30, Ponte Vedra Concert Hall. And finishing out at Cafe 11 tonight, Joanna Connor at 8 o'clock p.m. God, we have some great expectations for those local musicians.
People are looking for a company. I want people to have great expectations. We are a small family-owned brokerage. What that means is you get really personalized service and everything is very hands-on. You're not just getting tossed onto the MLS and crossing our fingers. We're very aggressive with our marketing. We're excellent with communication. We have a lot of amazing relationships in the community, so you're getting the advantages of all of those things.
All right, Sonnies, every once in a while, somebody walks into a community and refuses to just look at what is broken. They roll up their sleeves instead. Today's guest is one of these people. She saw families in need. She saw neighbors who wanted to help but didn't even know how. She saw a gap between the people who had something to give and the people who needed it most. And instead of waiting for someone or some organization to close it, she built the bridge herself. Her name? Is Kyra Stauble, and she is the founder of Be the Change Project right here in St. Augustine, a nonprofit built on service, outreach, volunteerism, and the radical belief that one small action can change everything. Boo, welcome to the show. So pumped you're here.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, I love it. I love
Excited
every
to be
minute.
here.
Well, we saw you at Pride, which was awesome, right?
It was amazing.
Did you have a lot of fun?
I had so much fun. It was incredible. I was lucky to be inside.
Yeah, you were.
Yes.
pointing
Oh my
to-
God.
Shout
It
out
was
to,
so hot.
Shout
Listen,
out to
it was
Melissa
so
over
hot.
at Del Mar Vet. You
guys
beauties.
got it when you were inside. We found a closet.
Oh, no,
we
I
were
lucked out.
We found a closet with full of chairs.
Right.
And we were sitting in the
Oh, I
chairs.
So there's
Shows.
people looking at us confused right now on the screen because, okay, so we had Pride Fest over the weekend and it was 1,000,000 degrees.
It was 104
It
degrees,
was. I
guys.
lost
Yeah,
weight,
actually.
guys. I lost weight. I feel good. But honestly, you had the prima donna spot VIP inside.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
It was-
So be the change. I mean, you just woke up one day and were like, "Yep, I need to do this."
Kind of.
Okay.
So my mom is a teacher in St. Johns County, Suzanne Stoible.
I love
she's
you, Boo.
Pretty known. But
Senorita.
yeah. So growing up, she kind of just instilled that in me at a very young age, to just help others,
True.
advocate for all. So I grew up involved with that as well as my brother. We were both doing community service projects with her and Link Crew, Interact Club, Rotary.
Yes.
So she's just always been there.
Interact. I love it.
Love Interact Club. So yeah, I think it just kind of grew inside of me at a very young age, and it's just grown ever since. And so this was kind of my way that now I have the resources and I'm able to do something that I believe can really make a difference. So that's what I'm doing here with Be the Change Project.
I think it's cool. And I think it's cool that you're kind of, you really kind of represent all kinds of needs out there. How does that vetting process go? Is it someone that comes up to you and says, hey, we really need school supply drives or backpacks, and can you please help us with that? Or is it something that you see across the board that I need to step into?
I think growing up in St. Augustine, I have seen a lot. I'm 23, so I've been here since I was a baby.
Girl, your
So
skin looks
just-
good. Yes,
Thank
snaps
you.
to the gods.
Thank you. Shout out
She's
my
only
skincare.
23. Of course it looks good.
I love it. I
Jeez.
love it.
But yeah, I think it's just something that I've seen growing up over the years. I went to RB Hunt, Murray
You.
Middle School, St. Augustine High. So just being in those different communities and seeing a little bit of everything, people from all different walks, I think I've just been able to identify certain things that I think that I can really make a difference in. And then obviously I'm more than welcome to hearing recommendations from people on what I can do next, because
Yeah.
I'm always
Oh,
trying
they'll
to
give
grow
you
and trying to figure it
recommendations.
out.
Oh, you
I'll
know-
take them. I'll
you
take them
know
all.
it.
They
I will
will.
take them all.
But I mean, you've traveled outside of St. Augustine. You look
I
at
have.
other different communities. What does it mean to you when I say there's no place like home?
There really isn't. I mean, that's why I'm still here.
Love it.
I grew up here, and it is, if you know St. Augustine, you know that it is a very close-knit family. I feel like I can't go anywhere without seeing someone that I know.
Mm-hmm.
I have my mom and my older brother, who both of us played sports growing up, so we
Awesome.
kind of got involved in everything, dipped our toe in a little bit of everything. So yeah, you really just know everyone, and you're able to really form connections through that.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. So let's talk about some service projects that you've already handled so far. I see a lot of like a book bag drive. I see some good partnerships with Vibe Nutrition out
Oh,
there
yeah.
too. Shout out to Sarah. We love
Shout
you,
out.
Sarah.
Big
Yes,
shout
sir,
out.
Queen
Trisha.
Sarah.
She's
Yeah.
the
So
best.
let's talk about some service projects.
So I started in 2023 or 2022 technically with the school drive.
Right. True.
But I did not have a name for Be the Change Project yet.
oh, okay.
So it was just through my name. And it was a great turnout, but I just knew that I wanted to put something with it
Mm-hmm.
and be able to build on that and kind of take my name away from it, because I didn't want the attention and spotlight from it, I guess
True,
you can
yeah.
say, for lack of better words.
I mean, you come from philanthropic royalty in town. That's honestly what people will think of. Like, oh, Suzanne's daughter. Yeah, no, that's sure. We'll give her $5. No, you wanted to come correct and say, this is my
Absolutely.
project.
Yeah,
And
I wanted to start it.
Yeah, and you grew this all by yourself, which is
Yes,
amazing.
I have.
So the name,
the
Be the
name.
Change.
So I actually have Be the Change tattooed on my leg
Yeah,
in the
I
middle
love
of
it.
a butterfly. So I think that's what kind of gave me the idea. I just love that simple 3-word phrase, Be the Change. I think
Did
there's
your mother,
so many ways.
did your mom clutch her pearls when you tattooed Be
Oh.
the Change on your body?
Oh, she did.
Oh, I'm sure she
She
did.
did. I didn't even have the nonprofit at the time
love her.
either. And she was like, honey, you have such beautiful legs. Why are you tattooing yourself?
This is so
She
her.
was the same about all my tattoos, though. But, you know, she's come around. She was the one who got my first tattoo with me. We have matching tattoos.
Okay.
That
So
say
she
forever
kind of
always.
shattered the glass ceiling
A
on the
little
whole
bit,
situation.
a little
Okay.
bit. But yeah, every time I get a new one and come home, it's gotten a little better each time with the reactions.
Yeah.
But I think she's.
Of course, because you're
I mean, I
walking.
have a full sleeve now, so
Yeah, you're
there's no
walking
going back.
artwork. It's amazing.
Exactly. That's what I think of it as.
Staring at the butterfly tattoo, you saw "Be the Change," and all of a sudden a light bulb went on.
It did.
That's amazing. And what about the mission statement? How did you know that you were going to focus on just about everything out there as opposed to just being concentrated on one thing?
I think it's very common for nonprofits to really have that one focus, but I have seen a lot of different things that all of them have been like little light bulbs in my head,
Right.
like, ooh, I want to do that. Ooh, I want to do that. So I think this kind of gives me the freedom and ability to be able to do a bunch of different things instead of kind of narrowing myself down to one
True.
specific area. I think
It's a very
everyone's
Rotarian heart that you have. That's amazing.
Out
Shout out
of
my mom.
all of the different things you've done for the community, like, do you have a favorite one, like the book bags for the kids, or doing things with the kids or the adults, or
Yeah.
what has been your favorite thing you've done?
I will say my main focus so far, I think, has been kid-oriented, student-oriented. I love kids. I've always loved kids. I have younger siblings myself, and I've just always been drawn to them, and I love interacting with them. I think you can really shape people at that young age. So I think the school drives have been my favorite. It's incredible to be able to raise money and then just go to the stores and buy whatever I want
True.
for this, and like look at the different school supply lists from different schools and see what everyone needs at different age levels, and have people donate the toys, and then see the kids just get so
yeah.
excited there. This past year I was able to get an ice cream truck out
Yeah.
to my school drive, so the kids loved that. It has been located for the last couple of years at the park down on King Street. So there's a playground right there. So it just really gives the
Fun.
kids some room to run around, have fun. The parents love it. They're very thankful as well. So I
It's
think that means a
amazing.
lot.
It's amazing in life,
Yeah.
and how much that we take for granted.
Absolutely.
And then when you grant that grace to somebody that totally needs a backpack,
And
that
you-
totally needs school supplies.
I don't
yeah.
think people
It's
realize.
incredible to see this.
Like, yes, St. Johns County is, beautiful and everything, but I don't think people realize, and I learned this working at Epic, there's a rather large community of children who basically have no food. They don't have school clothes. They get on
Absolutely.
the buses
Yep.
and they sleep.
Yeah.
They go to school and they sleep. They don't have book bags.
Parents will tell them, don't come home till 5 p.m. What do they
Right.
do all day?
They hide.
Exactly.
Right.
But that's the
It's-
thing. And you have also, along with that, they don't go to school because they don't have anywhere to get
Oh,
there,
yeah.
or they're doing other things. So the fact that you're seeing this and that you're
I
young,
know.
you can relate to the kids because you're 23. You're still cool and fun. You're not like us, 87 and 92.
Hey!
Whoa, not to
I look
age or
amazing.
anything.
But I'm just saying, I think that driving force with the kids, because I don't think people in this community realize there is such a large population of these
Absolutely.
kids.
No, it is very eye-opening, I would
Yeah.
say.
And the gratefulness, too. I mean, how has the response been to the community that you've been supporting?
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just
Infectious, right?
Yeah, I've had people ask if they can give me a hug. I'm like, yes, please.
Oh,
Give
no,
me
be
a
careful.
hug.
Don't
I'm a
do that.
hugger. Don't
Don't
do
let
that.
everybody touch you.
I'm a big hugger.
Well, there's gypsies out there who'll put a curse on you, so just be
No,
careful.
not
And not
this
everyone
one.
washes their
Shout out
hands.
to the spiritual
so-
world. That's true. I'm also like a borderline germaphobe. So
Okay.
Trust me, I'm quick to wash my hands.
So lights out your face when you're
Yeah.
done. No,
But
just
no,
kidding.
it's just been a great reaction by everyone, and everyone's just very thankful, and I feel thankful that people are showing up. So it
Yeah.
goes both ways.
Was it hard at first to come up with the mission statement and kind of zero in? Because we saw you at the vendor pop up, obviously at Pride, and I know you had a lot of people coming up to that table, were like, what's this all about? Was that hard at first, or did you just kind of know right away that I can speak about my mission statement?
So I am a little camera shy, a little nervous at first when I feel like there's a lot of attention on me. It kind of overwhelms me. But as the day went on, I definitely got better. My partner was there as well, and she
Cool.
was helping me out. She's very vocal.
Love
so
it.
she was able to kind of start things off for me, and then we kind of both tag teamed it, and it was great.
That's
You're
perfect.
great
Came
at
out my
speaking.
shell a little bit.
Yeah, you
You're
are great.
fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is all an act right now. No, I feel very comfortable, so.
So when you talk about helping local families and individuals in need, what does Be the Change looking forward to in the future? Is there any specific projects you guys are looking to tackle?
I think I'm looking forward to growing what I've been doing. So far, like I said, I'm newer, starting off, digging myself out of a financial hole a little bit, but
Well,
that's what
that's
comes
everybody.
with it. Everyone comes.
everybody
Yeah.
grow. Yeah, God bless.
Exactly. So just trying to do different projects and help as many people as I can through different avenues in different areas. I have been focused on kids a lot lately throughout the last several years.
Well, thank you.
So-
Good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I
just
don't think there
trying
could
to
be
help
enough kid
more.
organizations out there.
no, I don't
Yeah,
either
true.
because it's so.
These beautiful angels.
Yeah, and we don't, like I said, we don't realize in our community what it's like for some of these kids.
And I mean, you don't want to be a kid that's, that goes through, life jaded and doesn't have
Right.
opportunities
Yeah.
like Be the Change
But
that comes in
it's also-
and makes a difference.
But
That's
it's
just
also
so amazing.
organizations like Be the Change and what Kyra is doing that help break the generational cycle that happens to
Oh,
these
yeah.
kids and their families. So that's why this is huge. And you're young and you're fun. Kids see you doing these things, and it's like, wait, I could do this too.
That's my goal. That
it's
is my
amazing.
goal. Ripple effect is what I'm going for.
So what about
So-
collaboration? I mean, we've got a ton of organizations out there.
Potential.
We've got the Great United Way of St. Johns County. We've got Epic Behavioral Healthcare. We've got so many different facets of nonprofits in town. What's your thoughts on, bringing Be the Change and uplifting some of maybe it's a community event? Have you thought about any of that?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I am very open to collaborations, sponsorships, just meeting and making different connections with as many people as I can, especially the leaders in the community that are already doing what I hope to be doing one day.
You are
on
doing
that,
it.
On that big scale.
Oh, no, you are doing
You
it.
are
doing
Yeah, you are
Thank
shattering
you.
a glass ceiling and making it a dance floor,
Thank you.
which I don't want you to ever forget that. That's incredible what nobody has a heart like you. That
Yeah.
is rare and priceless. Keep going. It's going to suck sometimes, but
Yep.
the top of one mountain is the bottom of the next, and we just keep
Amen.
climbing,
There
right?
you go.
So let's also talk about getting back to the collaboration idea. Is there anything that you don't want to collaborate with? Like maybe because affordable housing, such a big topic. Are you going to be jumping in the trenches with Habitat for Humanity and building? Like, have you ever thought about things like
So
that?
I actually did do a pride build with Habitat for Humanity. I partnered with House of Prism for it.
Fabulous!
So
that
it
was
was
awesome.
so much fun. This year, I was actually talking to them at the Pride Parade over the weekend, and they said they have another one coming up in October.
Cool.
So I'm hoping to be able to bring a good little crowd out.
Ooh, let me
and-
know.
and do
I want to
that.
be. I'm going to jump in
Yeah.
on
I
that
told them
too.
to keep me updated on the dates and everything. So
That's really
but I know
cool.
it's in October.
I
as of
love
now.
that.
That's what
Good.
I
It
know.
won't be hot.
I love that. I
know,
really,
they-
really
it was
do.
supposed to be over summer, and he was like, "Can't do that. It's too hot for that."
No, and in fact, I mean, Mel has this incredible idea of maybe potentially moving Pride to October, which kind of could be celebrated
Well,
after
there are
what
a
we
lot
just
of
went through.
places.
I started doing some research.
A lot of
right.
places
Because
celebrate.
this was only my second Pride Festival, so I did some research and I found out there's about 10 cities that do it in
Jacksonville,
October.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
There's a lot.
So,
Which is hot.
Because it's heat
hot.
related. I
It's
went
hot.
home and I researched. She's right because it was heat related.
I'm always right.
And they were worried about not always, but they were worried about like health and wellness of a lot of the people that were there. So it's actually not a bad idea. We'll see.
like
So
the
how
idea.
can we support you? How can the community rally around helping Be the Change?
Just allowing me to form connections, and I am collecting donations, looking for people that maybe want to volunteer in the future with different events. Can always use some extra hands. So I have Instagram and Facebook, which are both Be the Change Project 904, and then my email address is bethechangeproject904@gmail.com. So
Fabulous.
reach out to any of those, follow social medias, just stay updated. I'll be posting my different events that I'm going to, different projects, different fundraisers that I'm doing. So just maybe keeping up with that and
I think
staying
people
on top.
sending you an email address, period. So that
Exactly.
you can start an email chain.
Absolutely.
Because we interview, 500 different interviews
Mm-hmm.
a year, all different nonprofits, all walks of life that come in here. And the common core that people ask for is volunteers. And that is a big, like, it used to be, St. John's County used to be a huge help. We used to have St. John's Volunteers. I don't know if you remember that
Yeah.
organization back in the day. It's no longer. But it would rally people to go to these different events and really kind of help these orgs, do the best they possibly can. So, yeah, if you can start like a community email chain, that would be epic. Just so that you have
Oh, yeah.
all of that arsenal. If you need it, you
For
can lean
sure.
on your people.
Do like
hey,
some newsletters.
Yeah, like constant
Next event's
contact.
coming up.
Now, let me ask
Exactly.
you
Like
this.
that.
Yeah.
I like to do calls to action to the community. And
Oh.
to be honest, like, they listen. They listen. They like me. I have a fan club,
Yes.
So for your next event, or what, if anybody could do anything, whether it's give you funds or if you're for your next upcoming like book bag drive or something, call to action, what do you need from the community today?
All right, so
Be honest.
this weekend is Juneteenth Festival. I just started posting those flyers, so help me get the word out.
Love it.
Share it on your pages,
Absolutely,
guys.
share it on the pages. Show up, come check out my booth, stuff like that. And then July 25th will be my 4th annual school supply drive.
Okay.
So I haven't posted anything about it yet, so this is kind of like a sneak peek for everyone. But I'll be posting that flyer here soon in the next week or two. And yeah, also reposting that one, getting the word out, donating supplies, financial donations if you'd like. But yeah, just
I mean, we know a
spread the
lot of
word.
local businesses that really, they want to help. Like, they want to be on the front lines with the action, but they just can't. So I think if they sponsor Be the Change, if
That would
they
be
really
huge.
come forward, just like Sarah did with the
Absolutely.
Vibe Nutrition.
Shout out the Vibe.
Absolutely. Yeah, show that up. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
show your gear.
I love seeing Sarah shine, and she's always a leader. Look at that.
She is.
The first sponsor would Be the Change. Incredible idea. So businesses that, if you can't be on the front lines, don't feel bad, because this could be something amazing that you're helping lift this
Exactly.
organization up, which I think is such a big
And,
rally.
I think people get it confused. Like, sometimes making a donation is not a huge amount of money. $5.
Oh my God, it goes a long way.
It
Or
goes a long
even
way.
if you don't have the funds, because some people might live on a fixed income or whatever, but they want to help, share the post.
Yeah.
Also,
That's
huge.
the
Your
that's
mom knows
huge.
very powerful people that can match that $5.
There
She's
you
like,
go.
Davey, I know. I'm
Yeah,
getting there.
Hit up my mom all the time.
I know.
Mom, who do you know? Who can you
Who
help
do
me?
you-
Who
oh,
can
please
you tell
shake
this to?
her down,
please
girl.
share the word for me.
So good. This is so
With the
amazing.
T-shirt.
Absolutely. Give another shout on where people can find more information, where people can follow you.
All right, Instagram and Facebook, Be the Change Project 904, and on my email address, Be the Change Project 904@gmail.
There's also a T-shirt you were wearing in this one picture.
Oh.
What does it say on the back of this shirt?
All right, so it says, "Be the reason somebody believes that there are good people out there."
Oh, I love that.
I think, to be honest, that's what we need more of. And with that, along with that, does that say don't use AI? I think it says that at the bottom.
Exclamation mark.
Yes!
Big shout out.
Yes!
This was such an amazing chat. You need to tag us in anything you ever need support
I
with.
will. Share it.
You are never
Absolutely.
going to be a stranger to this show. Whatever you need, we've got your back. This
Thank
is
you.
amazing. I'm
Thank
so
you.
You're
proud of this
phenomenal.
journey. Yes.
Oh my God,
You guys are.
Can
I
you
was
be
honored
my
to be
kid?
here.
I
was
want you to be
honored
my
here.
kid.
All right, friends, we're going to take a quick break with Maritime Creative and Flashes and Brilliance. Maritime Vibe Check!
Fresh version.
When the lights come on and the magic begins,
There's a crew behind the scenes that always wins.
Maritime Creative. They set the stage.
From sound to lights to video waves.
Big show, small space, doesn't matter a bit.
They show up, they glow up, they make it all lit.
No panic, no chaos, just smooth, clean flow.
They take a wild idea and make it glow.
need a vibe, they build it.
Have a dream, they get it.
From spark to spotlight, they never forget it.
I trust them, I love them, they come on through.
Maritime Creative, that's the real stuff, boo.
So if you want your moment to rise and shine,
Call the crew that always gets it right every time. It's Maritime. Got gold? Got silver? Got a drawer full of what even is this? Then it's time to cash in with Flashes and Brilliance, Northeast Florida's most trusted gold buyers. They're not just buying gold, they're buying silver, rare coins, fine watches, estate jewelry, and all the sparkle you forgot you had. Don't just sit on your treasure. Turn it into cash today. Call John and Steph, the pros who make it easy. 904-540-7617. It's fast, it's friendly, it's Flashes and Brilliance, because your buried treasure belongs in your bank account. Woosa! I love that. All right, hey, I got another email from the St. Augustine Attractions Association
Okay.
asking us to point this out to everybody. The Leitner Museum has, it's one of the crown jewels of our city, obviously.
yes, that pool's really cool.
Oh, it's amazing. That whole museum, what they do, and they curate everything, which is amazing. I keep saying that. Let me say amazing one more time.
I love that word.
Is hosting a breathtaking new exhibit called A Moment in Time. And this is celebrating, obviously, the 250th that's coming up. Sonny's, this country celebrates 250 years of history. Artists from right here in Northeast Florida have captured the beauty of this land.
The land?
Our land. On canvas, the rivers, the architecture, the light of the water that only people who live here truly understand. This is Florida art. That's our story. And it's hanging on the walls of one of the most magnificent buildings in St. Augustine right now.
Yes, the exhibit is called A Moment in Time and presented by Leitner Museum and First Coast Plein Air Painters, a juried exhibit of stunning paintings of Northeast Florida.
A moment like this.
And it's running now through
some
July
people
14th. You can call, the exhibition is free, and you can call 904-824-2874.
Best part about this? air conditioning, baby.
Oh, yeah, that too.
That's amazing.
That
Go
too.
check out the Lightner Museum.
Yeah.
And shout out to Ray and the crew. They're amazing over there. Also, as we said in the music report, it is a big deal. Tonight is
Night
the
market.
night market at the amphitheater. Yep. Local vendors, artists, food trucks, fresh produce, live music with Bad Dog Mama, baby.
Yes.
And this is also...
Free 99.
Yeah, the St. Augustine is absolute best.
Yes.
Community music, good food, good people, and it's all happening right here in our backyard
Yes.
tonight.
From 5 to 9.
That's it, boo-boo. Yep. Anything else you want to
That's
shout
right.
out about that? Have you ever been to a night market?
No, because I'm
you're
always
working.
I'm
yeah.
always working.
Honestly, it's the really, of all the markets we talk about, this one is really the
I am
nicest
gonna go
one.
one day. One day I'm gonna take off a Tuesday night and I'm gonna go to a night market.
Because it's nice when like the sun goes down, it's still
Yeah.
like a little dusk out, but then it's not as like, blistering hot. And then you got this live music vibe. It's cool. And the amphitheater's by the water, so like you get that little breeze,
Yeah,
the
I'm
ocean
gonna
breeze.
go one time.
Yeah, super nice.
And it's free 99.
Hey, this has been all over the news. Are you guys so excited to announce this? Cynthia Garris started her career in St. Augustine as just a parking attendant. Then she became a custodian at the governor's house. She mopped the floors. She showed up every single day with resiliency and consistency. And after 20 years of quiet, steady, faithful public service, St. Augustine just handed her the keys to the whole city. As of this week, Cynthia Garris is the mayor-elect of the nation's oldest city, and she is set to become the first black mayor in St. Augustine's 460-year history.
Very cool.
She said it herself. I think it's important that people who put us in this seat know that we listen. They have the right to go to the commission for guidance, and when they do, they should be heard. Sonnies, that's not just a politician talking. This is an absolute public servant.
Yes.
And St. Augustine just made history.
Cynthia Garris is now mayor-elect of St. Augustine after no challengers filed before the deadline.
True.
Her journey in public service has basically she really is about this town.
Yeah.
She worked her way up.
We've
and did all the
interviewed her on
things.
Sunny TV twice now. She's an incredible inspiration, and to shatter that glass ceiling,
Yeah.
right?
Garris has focused her platform on transparency, public engagement, infrastructure, traffic concerns, and balancing residents' quality of life with St. Augustine's booming tourism economy, which is not an easy task. Because you hear all the time the locals are like, go home, tourists. But that's a large part of our economy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's amazing.
I do want to highlight something that I saw was so beautifully written the other day. Lenny Foster, one of our greatest artists in town,
Yes.
He does a series called Where We Stand, in which he takes shoes and takes images of them of where people have stood during the civil rights movement. Yeah, take a look at this. So the shoes at the top of this piece that I'm about to read, those are Cynthia Garris's shoes, and under the bottom is a representation of the slave trade in the civil rights movement. I mean, it's just incredible.
And it's in the same exact spot, yes?
The same exact spot. So let me read what Lenny wrote. This is absolutely beautiful. And thank you, Lenny, for writing this. This is an absolute work of art, just in your words alone. The title is Madam Mayor, the newest for the Where We Stand series. Cynthia Garris was born in St. Augustine. She spent her first few years living in Rhode Island and would come periodically to St. Augustine to stay with her grandmother, Blanche Williams. She graduated from St. Augustine High School, then attended the Salve Regina College in Rhode Island. As a teen mom, she decided to delay her education. Her priority became raising her kids. She promised herself that she'd finish her education when her kids were grown, and she did that by receiving her BA in Business and Marketing from Phoenix University in 2004, and in 2006 received her master's in Organizational Management from the same school. Her two children also received their masters from different schools that same year.
Cool.
That's an inspiration right there. She had a belief and successful stint selling cars in St. Augustine dealership when she worked in a customer service capacity. She decided to move on to work with what would have positive effects on young people attending college, so she worked for the financial aid department at the University of Phoenix. She moved back to the area in 1990 and married Peter Garris III in 1991. From 1990 to 2000, Cynthia Garris worked for the clerk of courts in St. Johns County and left her position to run for city commissioner in 2000. Her bid for council was unsuccessful, but the city implanted some of the policies that she suggested in her campaign. She began working for the city of St. Augustine in 2008 as a part-time parking garage attendant. She applied for several full-time jobs for the city, but wasn't hired for any of them. She did her best to try to advance herself in an environment and that wasn't known for welcoming people of color, especially women. She took a full-time custodian position in order to receive full-time pay and benefits to take care of herself and the family. For 1.5 years, she took care of the police station and the government house. She was recommended by Charlie Hill, her supervisor at the time, to apply for the facilities operations coordinator position because he was retiring. 30 people had applied and she was chosen.
Yes.
As a young woman strong in her faith, she believed God had chosen this to be her season, and she felt that this was a reward for her faith and good work ethic. She was in that position for over 10 years until she retired in September of 2021. And as she says, I started my campaign for city commissioner as soon as I walked out of those doors. The decision to run again for office was inspired by Pastor Laverne March, who felt that it was long overdue for diversity on council and that Cynthia would be the perfect fit. Because of her working and knowledge of the city operations and the needs of the community she was seeking to represent. Miss Garris' campaign slogan is "A New Direction," was most appropriate as she was elected to fill seat 4 as the new St. Augustine City Commissioner, to advocate for many who previously haven't had their concerns or needs met, to the first African-American woman to sit on the city council in its 457-year history. In 2024, Ms. Garris had the conversation with veteran and former VFW commander Septimus Connor, who strongly encouraged her to run for mayor when the opportunity arose. It was his belief that if she didn't, there may not be another opportunity in the near future for another qualified African-American candidate. She sat with that, and being a devout woman, she prayed on it until this year, when the opportunity arose and she felt inspired to serve the community in this historical manner. Madam Mayor-elect Garris is the first African-American woman to be the mayor of St. Augustine in 459 years. God. There is no other candidate that chose to oppose her for this qualified in time. Another glass ceiling broken, for sure. From a city that was first in the slave trade in the 1500s and became a major slave trade port and market, to now where Miss Garris stands on those same slave market bricks and will take on this most important position. Much of has been endured and will overcome. Cynthia has some glass ceiling breaking kicks, and we wish her Godspeed.
Yes. Good luck,
I am
lady.
just so overwhelmed with emotion for this incredible moment and this incredible leader. Guys, we're going to take a quick break with Old Town Trolley and the St. Augustine Attractions Association. Sit back and relax and take it easy, baby, and let it go as Old Town Trolley's licensed and talented tour conductors share over 500 years of St. Augustine history. Guests will enjoy the city's European flavor, brick-lined streets, and sites such as the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Henry Flagler's former Ponce de Leon Hotel. This 90-minute tour features 22 stops and covers more than 100 points of interest. Guests can use their ticket all day for on and off reboarding. You got to check out hometownpass.com. St. Augustine isn't just a destination, it's an experience. From historic streets to the unforgettable adventures, the city is full of moments waiting to happen. But here's the move. Don't just guess your way through it. Go where the Sunnies find the most trusted attractions. The St. Augustine Attractions Association. Dozens of the best experiences all in one place. From history to hidden gems and everything in between. Plan smarter, explore deeper, experience more. Go to StAugustineFLAttractions.com, because here you don't just visit St. Augustine, you live it. It was a Sunny shirt. All right, we are back. Oh, with some news about Tyra Banks.
Lord, here she is again.
Tyra Banks. Netflix cut her accountability and left in the accusations. Now Tyra Banks is taking them to court.
Oh, Tyra, just stop trying to be relevant.
Well, listen, Mel, she sat down for 3.5 hours of an interview with Netflix. She showed up prepared. She took accountability. She answered the hard questions. And then Netflix edited all of that down to 16 minutes. And according to Tyra's lawyers, what made the cut had nothing to do with what she actually said.
Pause. When you agree to sit down for an interview, you sign documents, because I've had to do this. You sign documents, especially if it's going to be used for a TV show, right? It's a bunch of documents. It's not just one. And when you sign and you check off and you initial in all the places, you're agreeing to let them edit you in any way they see fit.
Well, I find that ironic because
It's
isn't that what Top Model was all about?
Correct.
So there was a lot of things that were behind the scenes that were edited out or twisted to some way.
That's a puck on the kettle black. Sorry, Tyra.
Very much so, Mel. The accountability, Miss Banks, this is from her
This
lawyer. The accountability Miss Banks ended up on the cutting room floor. It was there, but viewers were not given the opportunity to actually see it. And now, after Netflix refused to even let her see the full footage of her own interviews, Tyra has filed a federal defamation lawsuit on Los Angeles. She is not asking for damages. She's asking for her story back. And Sonny's every other conversation about America's Next Top Model legacy, including the candid reflection Miss Banks came prepared to have, is now drowned out by the accusation that she was never given the chance to answer. The lawsuit is that answer.
No, girl. The lawsuit claims the documentary made it appear she knew about a sexual assault on the set and deliberately avoided the topic. But her lawyers say she was never told about it. And when asked,
I will say that there seems to not be some, there's some inconsistencies there, yeah.
Listen, this woman, judges from the show who consulted on the documentary include one of her lawyers. They say still holds a personal grudge against Banks.
She was so quick to call the lawyers in this situation and so quick to but did she call Miss J? Did she ever call Miss J?
That's the other thing. And her defense
Unbelievable.
Her defense about Miss J, and they were supposedly friends for 30 years. Miss J was living in Australia at the time. Well, Tyra, you have the money to get on a freaking plane anytime you want. If my friend was like, I had a stroke, I may die, I will figure out how to get on a plane and get where I gotta go.
So you know that she's kind of doing these new businesses, obviously, to sustain
her ice cream shop.
It's called Smize. The fallout has been severe. Her ice cream shop, Smize, and Dream in Sydney, Australia, have been hit with Google reviews since the mic dropped on this. America's Next Top Model ran for 24 seasons starting in 2003 and has faced years of criticism over body shaming and contestant treatment. I watched this show a lot growing up.
Me too.
I just, being a model was like one of the all-time greatest achievements that you could get for,
They never
in
got
life.
any contracts because they did the show.
Unbelievable.
And they were forced to do the one girl with the teeth. They were forced to do cosmetic
to fix her
procedures.
teeth, and she didn't want to fix it. She wanted her gap. That'd be like somebody telling me to fix my jaw. No, this is my signature.
Well, then the other girl that didn't have a gap, they're like, you'd look good with a gap. She said yes, and they made a gap in her teeth, and it can't be put back.
Unbelievable.
So Tyra Banks, shut up.
Sit down.
Sit all the way down.
And spin.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, so all right, here we go. Let me lift you back up here.
Here we go.
We went a little south here, and then let's get back up to the north here.
Yes.
The wildfire took everything. Hold. I got a positive panda story. Then strangers from across America, sounds like Sonny's to me.
Yeah, it does.
Showed up with
Hey.
A few months ago, the largest wildfire in Nebraska history burned through 1,000 square miles of ranch land. Every single acre, every blade of grass gone. Mike and Kayla Wintz watched their entire 11,000 acre ranch burn to the ground. And with it, the food their animals needed to survive. And then this is the part that I need you to hear because nobody asked for help. Nobody put out a plea. Nobody had a GoFundMe. Nobody had anything. Nobody had Jimmy Jam. They don't have that in that in that area. Steve Hartman said it best. No one asked for this help. It just came. It came from farmers.
They
It came
stick
from
together,
ranchers,
man.
from truck drivers to strangers in South Carolina. Shout out to Lisa, who loaded up hay and drove it halfway across the country. Wentz Ranch alone received $80,000 worth of hay from most anonymous donors who simply saw people in need and showed up. God, I love stories like this.
Nebraska's largest wildfire in history burned over 1,000 square miles of ranch land, destroying every acre of grass that ranchers depend to feed their herds.
True.
So donations came from farmers, rangers, and truck drivers as far away as South Carolina. Nobody asked. They just did.
I
the
love
Nebraska
that.
Cattlemen Disaster Relief Fund raised over $1 million going directly to affected cattle owners. The South Dakota Cattlemen's Foundation matched thousands of dollars in public donations specifically to cover the enormous fuel costs of transporting hay convoys across the Midwest.
The American farming and ranching community has one of the strongest mutual aid traditions in the country. When disaster strikes rural communities, neighbors have always shown up for neighbors. The story is just tradition going national. I absolutely love this.
And it shows
so amazing.
Ranchers and farmers, they stick together, man.
Yes, ma'am.
True story. Let's get into the snack pack playlist, shall we?
All right.
First up is Annie Lennox.
You were the sweetest thing that I ever knew, but I don't care for sugar, honey, if I can't have you. Since you abandoned me, my whole life has crashed.
Doom, doom.
Won't you pick the pieces up, 'cause it feels just like I'm walking on broken glass. Walking on broken glass. Boom, 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 boom.
Annie Lennox studied classical music at the Royal Academy of Music in London before she became a pop star.
Right.
She was trained at one of the most prestigious music schools in the world.
God, epic.
Even before the Eurythmics ever existed.
You don't like the Eurythmics too
I
much.
do.
Oh,
I
you
love
do?
the Eurythmics.
Okay, I thought you didn't like
The
the
song
songs.
came from her debut album,
Diva,
which was released in 1992. And here's something wild. The entire album was recorded in a studio built inside her own home so she could stay close to her daughter.
I'm going to tell you, this is one of the most epic albums of all time. Annie Lennox,
I
Diva.
love Annie Lennox.
I own it on vinyl, which is a rare one. Shout out Tone Vendor. Yeah, definitely listen to that.
You can't not like Annie Lennox.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not American.
Right. I know. It's not. It's un-American. Do you know her record label was too scared to let her go that they emailed her out of her contract? It was so disrespectful.
But that's what people do. They break up in a text message.
I know. It's so
Stupid.
rude.
Next up,
Take these chances, place them in a box until they lights up and down.
Lights and you are burned.
Die.
Oh my God, yeah, we ruined it. Dave Matthews Band, Ants Marching.
That's right. Dun, dun.
Which ironically is one of my favorite Dave Matthews Band songs.
I love this
The song was
song.
born from the most unglamorous moment in music.
Right.
A sound check. The drummer was doing his pre-show sound check, snare check for his little snares, the little drum.
Mm-hmm.
Backstage, that repeated thwack, thwack, thwack before every concert. And
Oh.
Dave Matthews heard it and thought, that's the sound of monotony.
Yeah.
This is the song.
How many Dave Matthews concerts have you been to? Me
4.
too. 4. I'm fully sold. I used to
4.
go. It was like the moment. What was it? Early 2000s.
Yes.
It was seriously. If you didn't listen to Dave Matthews in high school, you were just you weren't
Right,
with
but
it.
here's the whole thing. The whole song is a commentary on people living like worker ants. Same routine, same road, same life, never breaking from the march.
Right.
Matthews wrote it after watching Commuters and thinking about how many people go through their life with entire lifetimes on autopilot.
I mean, I like consistency, so I'm not sure, Dave. We
Yeah.
might have to have a
And
conversation.
one of my favorite men in all the land,
Caribbean Queen.
Now we're sharing the same dream, and our hearts that beat as one. No more love on the run, run. Caribbean Queen by Billy Ocean, 1984.
What was his real name?
His real name is Leslie Sebastian Charles. He was born in Trinidad and moved to
Oh.
London at age 10.
Okay.
And while he was dreaming of becoming a music star, he spent his days working as a tailor on Salvey Road.
Okay.
One of the most famous streets in the world for bespoke suits.
That's right.
And his nights singing in London clubs.
Okay.
Before Caribbean Queen, he was also installing windshield wipers at a Ford factory.
Hey, there he is. Ford again. The tie back.
The man who won a Grammy was installing car parts while writing his songs in his head.
This is what happens.
Well, here's the twist nobody knows. The song was not called Caribbean Queen at first. It was released in the UK as a European Queen.
Oh, interesting.
And it
European
completely flopped.
Queen! I can see that how that works.
A young executive at Jive Records in New York heard it and said the song title was all wrong. Billy listened, changed it to Caribbean Queen, and it shot straight to #1 in America.
Sunny bitch queen.
Stop.
Like when you're feeling the same dream. I like
and
it.
our heart still beats as one.
All right, Misty, this one's for you, boo. We got a Sunshine Shenanigans
Oh, here we go.
today. She found this from Flagler County. Shocker, it's Florida.
Oh my God. Flagler County's page is amazing.
I know. Here's another
Don't
one.
hate on it.
A man attempted to avoid arrest by hiding inside an air conditioning system. According to Flagler County
Well, it's
Sheriff's
hot
Office,
outside.
deputies said they went to the home in Bunnell to serve a felony warrant
Bunnell.
on James Myers. James, get in here, James.
Let's see this
Let's
guy.
go look at him. Go look at him. There he is.
No!
There he is. He's shimmied. Look at him shimmied in there. Myers was facing multiple charges, including grand theft. Get a picture of that grand theft. Theft.
Did I just spit?
Excessive speeding and resisting law enforcement without violence. While searching the home, deputies said they found a small crawl space between an air handler and one of the bedrooms with a white gate attached. After removing the gate, deputies said they found Myers curled up inside the small space. He was ordered to exit at gunpoint and was eventually placed in handcuffs. Before finding Myers, deputies say they encountered his girlfriend, real winner here, Joanne Rosario, hiding in a closet. These people, all they do is hide.
Hide and seek.
Yeah.
Well, you got found, jerks. It's like the worst game of hide and seek ever.
She denied knowing where Myers was and told deputies he was at another home. Deputies also arrested Rosario on a charge of obstruction without violence, and the
Oh, my
sheriff's
God.
office had a lot to say about this one.
Guys, I have to give it up. These criminals are dumb, and they give us stories.
I mean, skinny to fit into a little space
But
like
doesn't
that.
it make you feel better about your life and your decisions?
Yeah, and also means that I'm too fat to be able to hide into an AC unit. God
I'll shove
bless.
you in one, don't
These
worry.
hips don't lie, Shakira.
Girl, here we go.
All
Movies
right,
of yesteryear.
Movies of yesteryear.
So I just want to clarify before we do the first movie.
Thank
It's
you.
starring Whoopi Goldberg.
Okay.
I liked Whoopi Goldberg, but then when she got on The View and it started, that's when my hatred for Whoopi Goldberg
Okay,
started.
so this is preview.
Yes, you ready? First up, Jumpin' Jack Flash, 1986.
Love this movie, I gotta say.
So this is a movie where Whoopi Goldberg accidentally becomes tech support for international espionage.
Right, remember?
This was Penny Marshall's theatrical debut before Big, which made her the first woman to direct a film grossing over $100 million.
Do you remember the scene with the paper shredder? And she got
Yes.
the dress stuck in the paper
I need
shredder?
to watch this movie again.
It's so funny.
The movie was originally developed as Shelley Long vehicles, so imagine Cheers, energy in place of Whoopi's wisecracking lightning storm. The
Oh.
film went through a lot of script trouble and rewrites during production.
Okay.
The song title comes from a Rolling Stones song.
Jumpin' Jack Flash,
Is
better
that get that gas? And
Love
the
that
song is part of the plot. Terry has to decode a password by obsessively listening to Jumping Jack Flash, eventually realizing the key is musical. Very 1986 spycraft by cassette tape.
I love it. Aretha Franklin covered Jumpin' Jack Flash for the
Yes.
movie's end credits. The Rolling Stones version appears in the film, while Aretha's version was released as a single but not included on the soundtrack. I want to hear Aretha's version. I didn't hear that
We're
yet.
going to Google it.
Okay.
Next up,
Snap
Mom.
out of it. Ow.
Mom, Moonstruck.
I love this movie.
So, 1987, the movie where love, opera, bread, family drama, and shared cheekbones all gather in one Brooklyn kitchen and start yelling.
Oh.
It's not just a romantic comedy, it's a full-blown Italian-American emotional weather event.
Absolutely.
There's pasta, betrayal, opera, moonlight, and Cher slapping Nicolas Cage back into cinematic history. Cher won she won an Oscar for Best Actress for playing Loretta.
Yep.
The film has also won Oscars for Olympia Dukakis as supporting actress and John Patrick Shanley for original screenplay.
I met Olympia Dukakis.
You
She
did?
was wonderful. Yes, she bought. She was one of those ladies in New York City that never left her top floor apartment, the penthouse.
Yeah.
So we call them queens that live in the sky. So I would, as a jewelry associate, would have to bring things to her house, and I got the extraordinary opportunity to
love
meet her.
that.
She was absolutely what you think Olympia Dukakis was, just graceful and
I wanna
beautiful.
meet her.
She was. She's
well.
two sheets to the wind now.
So
but
now-
the Castorini family's house is a real Brooklyn Brooklyn Heights
Yep.
home. The famous exterior is at 19 Cranberry
go see
Street.
it.
Yeah, and location guides AFI-related sources to identify as the Castorini home.
Absolutely. A real working bakery was used during filming. AFI Bakery says the owner insisted on staying open during production because he still had to bake 5,000 loaves of bread a day.
Now, you know why I picked this movie for you to talk about today?
Because it's about food.
No, because the first movie was about Whoopi Goldberg, which you can't stand in modern day. Also, Nicolas Cage is in this
I
movie.
don't like him.
But you liked him in this movie.
No, I didn't. I don't like Nicolas Cage.
Like, period. There's no
He can't
no
come back.
movie.
There's
There's
no coming
nothing. Leaving Las Vegas. Nothing that you like.
Okay, Leaving Las
Was
Vegas.
so good, guys. That was so. Maybe I'm gonna bring that up for movies yesterday or for tomorrow. That's a really good movie.
Now that
Elizabeth
one,
Shue.
I'll
God.
give it to him.
So good.
Okay.
So good. All right, Sonnies, before we let you go today, we just need to sit with something for a minute. Kyra looked at this city and saw it was beautiful. It's ancient. It's complicated. And instead of waiting for someone else to fix what was broken, she picked up a toolkit and got to work. No big budget, no giant organization behind her, just a belief, quiet and unshakable, that one small action can change everything. That the gap between the people who have something to give and the people who need is not a canyon. It's a bridge, and someone just has to be willing to build it. And that's the thing, Sonnies. We talk a lot about changing the world, but the world does not change from the top down. It changes from the ground up. It changes when somebody shows up at Pride Parade with a tent and a mission that says, I see you. It changes when a neighbor feeds a neighbor, when a stranger shows up for another stranger, when a person decides this community is worth fighting for. Kyra decided that about our city, about our neighbors, about you. So today, find your small action. Make the call, drop off the donation, showing up for the big thing, hitting the share button on the show, giving Kyra more exposure out there. Because somewhere in this city right now, someone is waiting for exactly what you have to give. And we love you guys because you have the biggest hearts ever,
Yes.
Sonnies. Amazing, amazing show today. But the Sunshine Brigade will be rolling back at what time today?
3 p.m. for you know what?
Afternoon Delight. That's right, Sonnies. Hit that share button. We love you so much. Bye, Boos.
Bye, guys.